Ireland is a country famed for its coastline and inland waterways that are rich in industry, culture, heritage and enterprise. I'm Bobby Kerr, entrepreneur, broadcaster and very keen sailor. And over the next 8 weeks, I'm excited to show you what over 3,000 kilometres of our beautiful coastline has got to offer. Business has always been a very important part of my life. I'm going to get this opportunity on this journey to see coastal businesses. And what I'm trying to do is articulate my love of the sea and love of the water. And the undiscovered beauty that's Ireland's towns, villages, islands, lighthouses, ships, fishing, like the whole 9 yards. That's what you're going to see on along Irish shores, and I really hope you enjoy it. The water has been my sanctuary since I was a very young lad. From swimming in the River Nore, swimming in the Pollacoles in Kilkee, going out in the boat with my father, fishing, pulling lobster pots. The water has always been a big part of my life. When I moved to Dunleary, I got involved in sailing. I've been a keen and active sailor for the last 25 years. So it puts me at peace and it brings me to a special place. The last year I haven't been well. I've sort of taken stock of things and I've decided that I'm going to spend even more time in the water. And I hope I'm going to bring you into my world now and just show you a little snippet. I think Dunleary is the perfect place to start because I'm going to start with a swim. I'm going to start, with an area that is, I suppose, very close to my own heart. The 40-foot is on my doorstep here in Sandycove, and what I love about the 40-foot is it just refreshes you in body and soul. You see the same people down here at the same time every day. There's a ritual. You'll see people walking from their houses in their robes. You'll meet characters there. You'll meet people who've been doing the same thing for 40 and 50 years. I find that it's sort of changed my life. It's changed the way I look at things. It's a great way to wake up. You come down here at 6 o'clock in the morning and go for a swim, you just bounce into work.
Hey, Bobby.
I tell you, that'll sort you out.
How are you?
How you doing, Ger?
How are you?
Good to see you, man. How are you? Hello, Jill. How are you?
Yeah, good.
How's the water?
Nice to see you. It was great. Great
Set
now.
you up for the day?
Yeah, really good now.
Yeah.
Ger, tell me about your own association with the 40-foot. You've been swimming here for a long time.
Well, but for me, for 15 years.
Yeah.
A novice compared to some guys.
And what's so special about the 40-foot?
I think it's the people. It doesn't matter where you're from or if you're wealthy or not wealthy. It doesn't matter. You come in to talk about any jellies. The water's lovely. I'm going around to this steps. And, oh, it's too rough here. And it's the same conversation. And it's really simple. And everyone goes off and does their thing. But when here, you're all the same. I was a reasonable swimmer, triathlete, and then I became injured. And I actually suffered a bit from depression and stuff. And the sea became a well-being thing for me every day to come here and swim. It does have a natural ability to clear your head when you're not feeling the best.
It's the community. They're brilliant. We swim the boys. It's 365. It's no wetsuits. It's the challenge. You never know what the day is going to be like, and everybody is on the same page.
I'm excited to know about Tommy. I'm hearing a lot of talk about him.
Tommy is the guardian of the 40-foot kettle anyway.
He represents what's all good about the 40-foot. He's receptive. He's warm.
I'm honoured to be invited into his temple.
You should be.
Yeah.
You should be. It's a big deal.
Nice to meet you. This is the inner sanctum.
Yeah.
Kettle
Yeah,
boiled.
like tea now.
I'd love a cup of tea. Absolutely love a cup of tea. Nice selection of mugs too, Tommy, yeah? You're a saviour.
We're open the bickies there. Ginger, apple pies.
That's what it's all about. The cup of tea afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Proper Dunkin' biscuits, Jared, the ginger nut.
You can't beat them, can you?
No, can't beat them. Tell me about the Sandycove Bathers Association, Tommy.
Well, it goes back 150 years, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was all run by with voluntary contributions. People were very generous. We spent 37,000 on the front there.
Yeah.
All that new platform down the rail and all that.
Yeah.
It was all voluntary work. Used to be a lot of nude bathing here at one time.
You still see a bit of it here, do you? At the
Still
back of
is.
that-
He'd just be in his net.
And
And your
okay.
nudies.
Okay, in the winter when there's no one around.
Yeah.
We'll be only in there in two minutes. What's the sense of getting your towels wet? For 2 minutes.
Listen, I've had a really, really great morning. This is my own neck of the woods. I love this place, but I've never been invited into the hut before, so I'm honoured, Tommy, I'm honoured. Thanks, Chair. Next up, we're off to the Grand Canal Dock, built amid the 18th century canal fever that swept across Ireland. The Grand Canal stretches across the country for 144 kilometres. Managed by Waterways Ireland, the Grand Canal Dock is a treasure trove of small businesses and leisure activities. One such business which attracts people from all over Dublin into the area is Surf Dock, which is run by Colin Harris.
Surf Dock was started by my father in 1991. We started as a windsurfing school and it grew into a water sports shop, kayaking school, sailing. We've added cable wakeboarding, stand-up paddleboarding, and it's just a really fun place to come down, get in the water and enjoy the Grand Canal Dock.
This part of the city is really interesting in the sense that it's now probably the hippest, coolest part of the city, but it wasn't always like this. This place was effectively forgotten about for years, was it not?
It was, Bobby. Like when my dad came down here first, literally you had a gasometer at that end, light industry the whole way around us here, and no one even knew that it was really there as a resource at all. So when we came down and started introducing people to windsurfing and things like that here, it was just a reinvention of the space, I guess. So
Now with all those high-tech companies here in the area, how has the place changed?
it's amazing. We just have people all around us every day walking, having their lunches, enjoying the sunshine. And we've had to kind of change with the times too. We've added lots of new things. The main thing being this cable wakeboarding system here. So that we installed in 2013. It was the first of its kind in Ireland at that time. And we're really lucky like that because you've got these young people working in these high-tech industries and they're looking for things to do in the city, you know. They want to be out cable wakeboarding, they want to be stand-up paddleboarding, and we have this unique facility, you know. There's not many other countries in the world that would have a body of water in the middle of their city, 10 minutes from the downtown, that can be used in this way.
There are a number of small businesses, all, I suppose, working off the water. How do you kind of work together and help each other out?
So basically we help to try and promote each other. We've just seen the Viking Splash Tour go past. We have the Plurabelle Paddlers that
I'm
also
meeting
come
them
to-
later,
You're
by
meeting
the
them
way.
later, yeah.
Yeah.
They're a great organisation. There's lots of bars and restaurants around here and we promote them to our customers coming into us and they do the same for us. And by working together, we're all seeing a growth in our business, I think, over the last few years. We have young Brian out here. He started wakeboarding with us in 2013 when we started, and he was just 12 years old then, and he's 15 now. And the tricks he does, he's competing for Ireland. He's won his age group many times over already, and in just 3 short years, he's become like an international athlete, and that really makes me excited about working
That's
down here.
fantastic. We're going supping now or stand-up paddling, yeah?
We are indeed, yeah.
How cool is that?
Oh, it's amazing, man. It is a great workout, really good relaxation.
Too cool for school, I can't wait.
Let's
do
go,
it.
let's do
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna extend. That's it, keep going there, yeah. Your inner paddleboarder has emerged straight away there, so we're good to go.
I tell you now, you think it's easy, you laugh at people out there paddleboarding, go out and try it sometime. You'll see how tricky it is to actually stay up in that wind. But yeah, it was great, I really, really enjoyed it. And what's better than a swim that, about 4 o'clock in the day, a swim to wake you up in the Grand Canal Basin. Can't think of anything better. It's wonderful to see such a strong maritime presence in the heartlands of our capital city. The Grand Canal Dock is not just about business though. A charity called the Plurabelle Paddlers brings women from all age groups and all walks of life to the area every week, and I'm keen to find out more about them. Tell us, I suppose, the origins of the Plurabelle Paddlers.
Well, it's a dragon boat club for people who've been diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was set up in 2010 by Fiona Tiernan. She had a recurrence of her own breast cancer, and doing some research, she found that in Canada there were dragon boat clubs set up to help people post-treatment for breast cancer. And she decided, why not start it here?
So the only prerequisite to joining this club is that you have had to have or had breast cancer.
Exactly.
That's it. That's the only common denominator then.
Absolutely.
Okay. Would you want to be through your treatment before you started?
We
or?
usually say you'd want to be 3 months post-treatment.
Okay. How important is the facility here, Margaret? You know, after when you come in and, you know, people are tired and they're wet and they're cold.
Yeah, it's actually hugely important because we call ourselves a support group with a difference. And this is where the support happens. It's just knowing that everybody else has been through the same thing. It's very, very important.
And how did you end up down in Grand Canal Dock? What was the connection that brought you here?
Well, it was a case of finding somewhere that was suitable. We needed somewhere to store the boats, we needed a slipway to put the boats into the water, and we needed fairly calm and fairly deep water.
There is a great sense of community, Margaret, isn't there, down here in the docks?
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Dublin people don't realise there's such a buzz down here.
How competitive do you actually get? Is it fairly serious training?
Well, it's very serious training. We work very hard. It's all fun until we get out in the boat, and then we're different breed of woman out there. We're very competitive.
I'm really scared.
Oh, I'd say you're good and strong. You'll probably be well able for it.
Oh, I hope I will. I hope I won't let anybody down.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah,
we might have a convert after tonight.
Well, let's go and give it a whirl, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do that.
Come on, we need puppets.
And now, girls, show me how this is done. How long are you doing this paddling?
Oh, about nearly 2 years for me.
Yeah. So any tips for me so I don't screw it up? I don't want to mess up here.
Well, apparently it's a bit like pole vaulting.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, who are all my mates?
Your buddy and Sandra and Gina is your buddy. Every time that arm goes up and you twist, you should really be looking under this elbow and giving Gina a little wink, right?
Absolutely. I have no problem doing that.
Bobby's girl tonight, lads.
I'm with Gina, yeah.
No better woman.
We're going to be a great double act. Wait till you see.
Absolutely. So very big welcome to Bobby for joining us tonight.
We're just going to have a laugh sitting at the back of the boat.
Great.
Are you ready? Attention, go! Time. Well done, Bobby. Didn't miss a beat.
You're like a little crow out there, you
Thanks a
were.
million. That was absolutely great. The crack, the camaraderie, it was absolutely fantastic out there. They're all in jig time, and you talk about teamwork. These ladies have it in spades. Thanks for inviting me along, and I appreciate what you're doing here because everybody is on the same journey here. And the fact, as someone who was in the same club, I could absolutely empathise with that.
Yeah.
And I remember actually when I went into hospital first, the fact that you were in there and there was other people who were all in the same boat as you, it actually means a lot. So I was inspired tonight. Thanks again for inviting me along. I really enjoyed it. Thanks very much, ladies. See ya. Dublin Bay on the east coast of Ireland stretches for 10 kilometres. Full of beauty, it's always busy with activity and enterprise. Being out at sea has always been my passion, and I feel absolutely lucky and privileged to be part of such a rich maritime community here in Ireland. Eugene, how are you? Our community is a small one where everybody knows each other. It's full of explorers and interesting characters, some of whom have turned their love of the sea into a business. Dublin Bay Cruises is owned and run by Eugene Garrahy. It operates between Dunleary, Dublin Port and Howth Harbours. Eugene, I wanted to ask you about your own story. Clare man, living in Dublin, seen a few booms, seen a couple of busts, unfortunately. Just talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I started a construction business in Dublin in 1987. We had a fantastic company. It really secured our future, ultimately.
Yeah.
And of course, we saw the writing on the wall. Maybe we should have seen it a year earlier, but when you have a company of 27 years, you're passionate about it and you protect it. But I remember sitting at the kitchen table one night. I knew I had to make the decision and to liquidate the company.
Right.
But I remember the night I made that decision on my own at the kitchen table. My blood ran cold.
Right.
It was very tough, very tough.
Having lived through, I suppose, the pain and disappointment of that, how do you come back a second time?
I don't know where it comes from, but I seem to have a lot of energy. I'm always looking for new angles and new businesses. So I saw Dublin and I said, I'll have a go at that.
Good man. How many people is she licensed to carry?
Licensed to carry 96 and captain and 4 crew, so 100 in total. Running 7 days a week from April to October. And we do 6 different cruises every weekday. And then we add an additional one to Docky Island, Killiney Bay on a Saturday and Sunday evening.
So you can go and see all the houses of the rich and famous.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to find them from land now, but I can pick them out from the sea. I'd be looking for yours, Bobby, but I haven't found
No,
it
you
yet.
won't find it. You won't find it. I'm used to being the captain on my own ship, so for me it's great to be a passenger on Eugene's boat and experience the delights that Dublin Bay has to offer. So Eugene, you might explain the Dublin biosphere for me.
The biosphere, it means that industry and people work in harmony with nature. And the biosphere in Dublin is the first city-based biosphere in Europe, which is very, very significant. And a lot of work has been put in by the City Council and others to achieve that status, and it's UNESCO status. And basically what it does is, it makes people aware of the benefit of protecting their natural resources. And there are so many natural resources based right here in Dublin, on the bay and along the shores. Like you have Dalkey Island, you have Ireland's Eye, you have Lambay Island, and you have the beautiful towns and villages along the coast. And all of that, with its wildlife and nature, is just so precious and needs to be protected.
So Eugene, what about the future of the business?
Well, we're 3 years in now, so we are developing slowly. It's hard work, you know, because we're competing with a lot of other attractions in Dublin. But we are unique because we run the only domestic passenger ship on the east coast of Ireland. And recently we got a huge boost. 2 weeks ago we won Marine Tourism Operator of the Year. That's nice.
Now it's a family business. I know your wife's involved. You've got 3 lovely daughters.
To be honest with you, without them I wouldn't have made it.
Right.
You know, because they were very, very supportive right from the start and still are. And my daughter Alva has now joined me as marketing and sales manager. And of course Avian has been instrumental in pushing me and pulling me. She's been very, very helpful right from the start.
You're like me. You have a lot of women in your life.
I have, yeah. And
They
I'm lucky
sort
to
you
have
out,
them,
they
you
do.
know. Yeah, I'm lucky to have them because to be honest with you, I'd probably be in the home for the bewildered before them.
One of Dublin Bay's undiscovered treasures is Lambay Island. Lambay is located only 5 kilometres off the shores of North County Dublin. It's long been a mystery to me, and having sailed around it for the last 25 years, I've always wondered what it would be like to actually visit the island. Today, one man has managed to gain an exclusive invite for me to explore this hidden gem on the east coast of Ireland. So I'm in a special club now, is that right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
VIP club, Bobby, yeah.
There you go.
Very privileged.
Michael Birmingham is the owner of a hugely successful business called M&K Meats and supplies meat to some of Ireland's top restaurants. For over a century, this privately owned island has been in the possession of the Baring family. I'm really excited to take a glimpse into this clandestine island on my doorstep. Michael, we're at the highest point of the island here, and I'm in awe of what I see. Majestic view all across Dublin Bay. I've seen many views. This is up there with the best of them.
Spectacular, Bobby,
Yeah.
yeah, really is.
You're, I suppose, the exclusive purchaser of the livestock here in the island. How does it actually work?
So I have exclusive rights, Bobby, for all the livestock that comes off the island. It's a 10-year contract, and the restaurants who I supply are absolutely delighted. Because Dublin has gone so built up, to get local produce from Dublin onto the plates of top restaurants, it doesn't get any better than this.
Now down here, I'm seeing black, brown beef. What are those 2 different breeds?
Yeah, that's some of the herd, and you need to cross the breed to be hardy enough to survive on the island.
Okay.
So it's the cross between the Angus and the Galloway, but it's smaller cattle than you would have on the mainland.
Okay.
Then the venison is predominantly fallow, purebred. The rabbit is wild Irish rabbit breed.
Now, I want to know about the wallaby. This is staggering stuff. So what's the story of the wallabies on Lambay?
Well, incredibly, it's I think Dublin Zoo, the story goes back in the 70s, they got them in to reproduce them, but kind of they had their difficulties, unsuccessful. So we said we'd take them onto the island and let them see out their days.
So this was their retirement home.
The retirement home. The fact that it's uninhabited and it's kind of peaceful, they just flourished. And now we have a herd of about 200.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And, do they just kind of look after themselves?
Oh, completely natural.
Right.
They're all left to their own devices. In fact, all the livestock on the island, it's unsheltered, it's unshedded, it's free from antibiotics. It's just nature at its best.
Wallaby as a meat, it's a game, is it?
It's considered in the game family, yeah. It's like venison. Very, very lean, very dark in colour. It's one of the most tenderest meats I've ever eaten in all my life. You have a lot of natural grasses, herbs, heathers on the island that you wouldn't get on the mainland. Coupled in with the fact of the natural saltiness coming in from the sea.
Right.
With the natural minerals that's in the soil. And any chef or anybody that's used and cooked it has just been blown away with the flavour and texture.
Your marketplace for the meat here that's coming from Lambay Island, you're talking about a premium product, are you not?
Absolutely. Well, I think because of the meat and how good it is, it deserves a premium. And I think it's gathering momentum and getting awareness out there. We just got some recently to a very good restaurant in London. He was looking for something new and unusual, and it doesn't get any more unusual than wallaby from Ireland.
Wow.
Yeah.
Having started my journey on my own doorstep, I've been absolutely blown away by the diversity in coastal culture and business that Dublin has to offer. Join me next time, where I'm heading up north to see what the shorelines of Down and Antrim have to offer. Where I'll be trying out new things, getting a taste of island life, and seeing the Causeway Coast from a new perspective.